Season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2. You ready?
Sure.
Situated?
I think so.
Alright, here we go. Hello Internet, I'm Paige.
I'm Nick.
And this is our 7-minute Saturday series. I don't know yet if we want to say presented by Z Coast Media. We'll figure that out as we move forward with all the episodes we're recording this season.
Okay.
That's just how I'm feeling. Okay, it's like 10 o'clock at night. But for our first episode this season, we are going to talk to you about how to make your brand come to life. We are going to shamelessly refer to our notes here because we're trying to stay under the 7-minute margin, and we're going to let Nick kick it off with talking about how to make your brand come to life with some simple visuals and tips.
Okay,
yes.
Tips.
Visual tips.
Visual tips. I'm supposed to
it's
give
your
you
area
visual
of expertise.
tips. Okay, well, to really set your brand apart from anyone else's brand, first and foremost, you gotta have a logo. Your logo is what people will recognize you by. It's what people will hope to find, trust in at some point. It's gonna be your face for your brand outside of your actual face. So it's important that your logo fits the aesthetics of the overall mission statement of your brand, and just it feels right, it fits your brand, and you're going in the right direction. Another visual cue will be just having some brand guidelines that explain the type of visuals that also fit into the messaging and the type of overall connection and customers you're trying to reach, right? So, for example, let's say you're trying to reach people who like to surf. Obviously, you're going to have some visuals about, being on the ocean and holding a surfing board and being in a bathing suit, hanging out on the beach, being cool.
The dream,
right? Just being above out on the beach. But no, in theory, you're going to write those down and you're going to make notes and you're going to say, those are the type of visuals I need in all of my marketing, right? I need these certain type of looking people, and they need to be wearing these certain type of things, and they need to have a smile or be serious, so on and so forth. So just visual cues for what type of graphics to include in all of your day-to-day marketing that you're going to include, promotions on Facebook and your site. So logo, great visuals that connect to your brand and therefore connect those clients that you want to your brand. And I guess one more tip would be, just colors.
Colors are important.
Colors are very important. There's a lot of psychology behind colors. Every designer knows or should know that each color means something different from a psychological standpoint. You don't always have to lean or rely on that when picking colors for your brand, but it's good to look at those and understand that things can be received that way when you're picking colors for your brand, your logo, your site, what type of colors you want in your imagery. All of those things add up, and they all build your overall brand image.
Yeah, they play a huge role in bringing your brand to life, as does the content that you produce and your writing style and your voice. And a lot of people are often intimidated by that, and that's one reason why I have a job because there's a lot that goes into it that people don't want to mess with, essentially, but it can be broken down into some very simple things. For example, when you're establishing your brand voice, it needs to be true to who you are and how you speak on a regular basis. All of the content that you produce, whether it's video, a podcast, a blog post, the actual product descriptions on your website, they all need to be true to who you are. Something else that you can do with your content to help bring your brand to life is maybe come up with something like a tagline or a slogan. That's one reason why a lot of companies do that. Nike, just do it. Burger King, have it your way. Z Coast Media, we like to use the term create, communicate, cultivate. If you want to learn more about that and how we utilize that, you can check out our website, shameless plug. But yes, always plugging. But the point is that the easiest way to bring your brand to life with content is just to be true to who you are on a daily basis, because that's what your brand should embody. It should embody your voice and the words you use, along with the voice and the words that your customers use. A great way if you're stuck when you're getting started to find content ideas for your website or your products or anything like that is to go where your customers are and study the language that they're using in their conversations and forums, on social media, in everyday life. If you can interview live people, that's fantastic, because that's just a great way to gather fodder for the content that's going to help.
Ooh, big word alert.
I know. That's going to help your content really resonate with the target audience that you're hoping to reach. So we've covered the visuals and the content, and then we were both going to dive into talking about how to make your brand come to life with your mission. That one can be a little trickier, I think, to go into, because it's really unique to each brand and company, and how you go about bringing that to life. Do you wanna?
Well, with the mission, you mentioned having a mission statement. Sorry, I have a hair in my eyes, guys. I don't know if you probably can't see it, but it's just right. Anyways, okay, so yeah, to have a mission, more so think about it as, I don't know, a rapper, right? A rapper nowadays, if you're coming out and you want to be successful, you typically have to be repping something. You typically have to have. You know,
way to stay hip.
What?
I said, way to stay hip.
There you go.
Relate to the kids.
Relating to the children. No, so essentially, a rapper nowadays comes out. They're repping their city. They're repping, you know, some sort of stigma, some sort of brand. They're making a statement. They're either wild. They're tattooed on their face. Whatever they're doing with their life, they're basically creating a brand for themselves in that manner, and they have to act in that manner, they have to post photos in that manner, and they have to, everything they do needs to fit that, right? They're not going to take a movie role for a princess movie. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't fit their brand or their target, and that would lose people, right? So the point is that if it doesn't fit your brand, if you have a mission, and your mission is to, you know, is to provide a service to people, whether it's a food service, whether it's
lawn care,
whether it's some sort of, you know, custom clothing, things like that. Your mission is your mission, and you need to reflect that and reflect what your customers think about that. So create sort of a guideline and rules for yourself, and you need to follow those so that you are essentially pushing out your mission statement in everything that you do. Every little thing that you touch, that you push out, is contributing to that message.
It's strategized effort.
Yeah.
It's strategized effort. And speaking of that, and because it's so different from every company, one of the reasons why we started Seacoast Media is because we like to help brands find their mission and establish their mission and bring their brands to life. And for example, if you want to check out, because we're nearing the end of this video, we recently we recently built a website for a client that specializes in children's clothing, embroidery and monograms, and very unique in what she does. We'll link it below. It's called HS Boutique. You can go check it out for yourself, should you feel so inclined. And we will see you next week with another 7-Minute Saturday video.
Woo!
I like that ending.